What's going on, guys? Today we are going to continue our exploitation with Metasploitable 2 without Metasploit. So first thing first, we are going to look at our nmap scan we had from our previous video. This time Metasploitable 2. Okay, today we are going to exploit SMB. For SMB exploitation, the first thing to run is different tools to enumerate the exact version of SMB and what other information we can find out using different tools. So as you can see that SMB is running on the target machine, so we are going to continue our enumeration with SMB service. So the tool I like mostly is already available in Kali Linux, which is enum for Linux, and IP address of our target. Let's see what we can find out. So as you can see that it is pulling a lot of information about the target machine. So starting from the top, we get these known usernames, and this is the work group. Okay, already. Okay, here we have the exact version of Samba 3.0.20. So we're going to find out the exploits related to this version. Okay, these are different shares which are shared on the target machine: print, temp, opt, IPC admin, and so on. So we can access these by using SMB client. Okay, we have a hint here. So we'll look into that later. Seems like it is only connected to TMP temporary. Okay, this is the password policy. As we have the exact version of Samba running, so we can see what exploits we already have. So exploit Samba, and we are looking for Samba 3.0.20. Okay, we have the exact same version of Samba from 3.0.22 to 3.0.25 RC3. Okay, it has the vulnerability of username map script command execution. So that's what we are looking for, but this is the Metasploit module. We are not interested in doing this by Metasploit. So let's find out what we have on internet. Okay, Samba username map script vulnerability. Okay, let's read this. Okay, by reading this we can find you can see that this version is vulnerable to code execution through username. So if we have our shellcode in our username, so we can possibly execute commands on this target machine. To send raw characters in username, you can use Python or any other scripting language you like. I like Python, so I've downloaded a script from a simple POC script from GitHub. This one, I guess. Yeah, I've downloaded this script already, so it will help me to connect to SMB service using Python. Okay, I have this script already here. As you can see, this is too short as compared to this. I've made some tweaking to keep required calls for this exploit. So I need the username, password, and server IP address, and just a simple connection to port 445. Okay, so how we are going to send our shellcode in a username? So we can generate a raw shellcode for Python using MSFVenom. So I will use MSFVenom Payload CMD Unix reverse netcat. You can use Python, Perl, and different other payloads as well, depending on the target machine, what's the target machine is running on. So the first thing I try is to on Linux and Unix machines is to get a reverse shell using netcat. This is most commonly found in Linux based environments. Our lhost is equal to 192.168.100. Let's confirm. Okay, 100.31, and I'll port, for example, 1337. So we are going to get our get a reverse connection on this port on our attacker's machine. So we need the output for Python. Let's see. Okay, now we have the shellcode, and we are going to put this in our Python script. Let's copy this and paste it here. Okay, now we have a variable buffer, so we are going to concat this variable with our username. So let's try it simply. Save it, and let me run this as a thread. Okay. C minus listen verbosely on port number 1237. So we are going to get the shell back on this port. So let's try and execute. Okay, so we haven't anything. So we did not get the shell. Let's find out why. So as this is the Metasploit module, so let's see what they are sending in the username. Okay, this is the username. So they are sending this no hub command before the payload. So no hub command is basically a no hang up command, which tells the system not to terminate the session. Okay, so you're going to put this in our so now we have our shell code followed by no hub command, and we are going to close this code here. So let's see, we are listening on port. Okay, it's taking time, so probably we have the shell now. Let's see. Yeah, we have a connection from 192.168.100.9. So let's see, who am I? We are root on Metasploitable 2. So first thing first, we're going to make this shell interactive. So you're going to background this, sorry, Control Z, and UI is equal raw. Now we're going to foreground our netcat by pressing F, G, enter. So probably we have, yeah, our tab is working, our up arrow keys are working. So let's see at another way how to exploit this specific vulnerability on Metasploitable 2. So you're going to exert this. What happened? Okay, let's close this. Okay. Okay, now we are going to see how we can exploit this vulnerability specifically on Metasploitable 2 by writing a file or by putting a file on SMB. See how we can exploit this using another way. So we are going to connect to SMB client on 192.168.100.9, and we're going to connect to a temp directory. So any password, so you're in. So let's see, we can put something in this directory. We are in temp. So let's see if we can go to etc. Okay, we cannot. Okay, so we are going to create a test file and going to put it on the shares. So we are going to create test file to test.txt, and now we're going to connect to SMB client again and put test.txt here. So hopefully we have the file here. Yeah, we have the test.txt here. So for Metasploitable 2, the other way around is to access this file using our web server. As from our nmap scans, we know that there is a web server running on our target machine. So we are going to try DVWA. Okay, the default password is admin password for DVWA. We're going to make this security low so we can see how this exploit works, and we are going to test the file inclusion. So for file inclusion, this is the local file inclusion. So if you see anything in the URL which looks like a file name, probably you can test for file inclusion vulnerabilities. So we know that this is a file name include.php, so we try to access any other file from the server to confirm that LFI exists. Okay, now we can read the etc password file from the server. So let's try to access our test file we've created. Okay, I don't think we have it. It was in temp, I guess. Okay, it was in temp, test.php, and test.txt. So we have the text from our okay, now let's try to put something malicious on. So let's try and put something malicious on our SMB shares. Okay, we are going to put try to put a PHP reverse shell on the target machine. So it's in user share web shells, I guess. Web shells, PHP, and PHP reverse shell. Oh, sorry, we are going to copy this in our Metasploitable 2 directory, and we are going to modify it to provide our IP address and port. So we are going to listen on port 1337 and our IP here 192.168.100.31, and we are going to put this file on our shares. So let's rename this to something simpler. Samba PHP. Okay, now we're going to connect to our shares 100.9, I guess, and 10. Put shell.php, and let's confirm our shell is already here. Yeah, our shell is here. So we are going to try this and try and access this PHP file on our DVWA using LFI vulnerability. So first of all, we have to listen on port 31337, so we know if we have a shell. So let's access this shell.php, and probably we have a shell. Yep, we have a shell, and as you can see that we are user on this machine because we are trying to access the shell from the web server. So who am I? We are not root, we are www data. So we can try some different techniques to escalate our privileges on this shell. So first thing first, let's try sudo -l. I don't know the password. Oops, shell died. I didn't make it interactive. So let's make it interactive first. -c import pty.spawn, then bash. Oopsie. -c import pty.spawn, then bash. Okay, now we're going to foreground this background this process. It's tty -equal raw, and now we're going to foreground the process. So probably we have the interactive shell. So as I've tried sudo -l and we don't know the password for www data, we can brute force it, but we're not going to try it in this video. So we are going to see if we have any what packages we have installed. The package -l. Okay, so we have the services and tools installed on this machine. So let's see, this is a huge list and I don't know which one to exploit. So add user, add and remove user and groups. It seems legitimate. CPP, the fake root. Gives a fake root norms. We're not going to try this. So a lot of services, and I'm sure that a couple of them are vulnerable. So let's see something easier. Okay, we have nmap, and it's probably the older version. So let's try to escalate our privileges through nmap. So nmap -help. Okay, this is the older version of nmap 4.53. So in older versions we have the option to start an nmap session with the interactive mode. So why don't I have it here? Okay, I cannot see it. So let's try to get interactive and minus I and map minus interactive. Okay, we have the interactive mode here, and we are going to try and escape the shell from nmap to urban bash. sh, and yeah, nmap is running as root, and we have executed sh command and we are in root. So we are root and we are interactive. Thanks for watching.